Kieran, thanks for talking to us. What's the initial assessment?
Yeah, of course, a very frustrating day. Performance-wise, in the first 25 minutes, we have to learn from it. Up to their goal, we didn't do the things that we wanted to do. We didn't start the game how we managed to start the games at home so far this season. In general, didn't create the intensity, the atmosphere, the pressure that we have thrived on at home, and we have to take big lessons from that. It's not for a lack of will, but it was a little bit misguided in our efforts. After the goal, I thought it was, finished the first half strong, and second half we done everything apart from put the ball in the net, which is of course the main goal. But I think we built pressure well, we created more than enough opportunities, had big chances, sustained the attacks. Thought Luke Wolfenden was excellent at the back, played in half a pitch by himself in the whole half, and didn't give them any chances in open play. And I think if we played a half in the second half again, 10 times, I think we score one or more goals, at least 9 of them. So frustrated at that bit, but I think we done a lot of good things. I think that the main period of the game we need to learn from is that first spell.
When you say learn from that first spell, what were the things that were lacking? You talk about applying that pressure. How exactly would you like to see the lads do that?
Yeah, I think we lacked bravery to play forward, and ended up playing a lot of passes in non-threatening areas, and that's not how we started the games here. Of course, we're a possession. We're a team who have a lot of possession, but we want to be an attacking team, and we've been that, and we've brought that into our home games, and that brings the crowd and the atmosphere and intimidates the opposition. And I thought mostly through a lack of the confidence to take the ball on the back foot and play it forward, and be willing to make a mistake playing forward and put pressure around their penalty box. We ended up in control, or in the feeling of control, with incredible probably possession stats, but with not enough threat, and you're allowing the clock to drift, and you're allowing Lincoln to feel like they're still in the game. And of course then they're waiting for a set play, and we give one away. We didn't defend it well enough, and 1-0, it's a completely different complexion. So we're going to have a lot of home games here, a lot of games where teams come like Lincoln did with the same game plan, and we have to just take it as a little reminder of what's been good for us at home, and make sure that that's how we're looking to start games. Changes
made in the second half, 2 initially and then 2 more. How did you feel the lads impacted the game?
They come on and done well. I thought we had maybe the first couple of minutes of the second half was a bit edgy, but in general we had the game anyway, whoever was on the pitch. And again, I think we had maybe 24 shots in the second half. Of course, we didn't work the goalkeeper enough. Credit Lincoln, they had their the majority of their team behind the penalty spot making blocks, and credit to them for that. But we have to do better in a couple of situations, but in general we created enough. We built pressure well. I thought we sustained our attacks well, and done a lot of things that we would want to do in that scenario at 1-0 down. It just didn't go in for us today. So I thought the boys who played first half were better, and I thought the subs coming on give us good impetus.
Just as when you win a game in October, the lads have looked at the bigger picture, remained measured. Is that exactly what they've got to do when you fall to a defeat as well?
Of course, it's very early. We've got lots of games to play, that's for sure. We're going to have different types of games. We're going to have a game next Friday night here in the league that will probably look different than today. But we're going to have other teams who come here to stifle, and it's about how we create the pressure, how we create the atmosphere in the stadium, and we'll learn from that tonight. It's our record at home's been good this year. To be fair, the last game we lost at home was a similar situation, if you will, in terms of the 1-0 loss to Cambridge here last season. I thought we actually played much better today in the second half than we did in that game. But it's one of them that can happen to any attacking, possession dominant team in world football. You can have a game where a team come and you don't hit your level, and they wait for a set play and they get a set play. But it can't happen too many times. So we have to take the lessons from it very quickly, store it in our minds, and be ready for it when we come up against it again.